Let's start by addressing the top 3 supply chain mistakes businesses make and how you can avoid them. Mistake number 1, poor inventory management. Whether you're overstocking or understocking, both can drain your resources. The solution? Accurate forecasting and inventory tracking. Knowing your stock levels in real time allows you to make better purchasing decisions and avoid unnecessary costs. Mistake number 2, lack of communication with vendors. If you're not keeping your vendors in the loop with clear expectations, you're setting your operation up for failure. Regular communication and feedback with your vendors are critical to preventing delays and ensuring a smooth supply chain. Mistake number 3, ignoring data. Too many businesses rely on outdated processes without utilizing real-time data. Leveraging data-driven insights is the key to optimizing your supply chain. It saves you time, reduces errors, and boosts overall efficiency. If you want more insights, feel free to reach out or check out my 6 books on Amazon where I dive deeper into these topics.
Now, let's talk about a simple trick to optimize your warehouse operations without a massive overhaul. Here's what you do. Rearrange your fast-moving inventory closer to your shipping area. This one change can significantly cut down on picking time and increase overall efficiency. By reducing the number of steps your team has to take, you'll speed up the process of getting products out the door. I've seen businesses improve processing times by 15% just by implementing this small adjustment. It's all about maximizing flow and eliminating unnecessary steps. If you're looking for more tips on how to boost your warehouse's efficiency, reach out to me or check out my books for in-depth strategies to take your operations to the next level.
Next, let's dive into why vendor relationships can make or break your business. Reason 1, poor communication leads to missed deadlines and supply chain bottlenecks. If you're not on the same page with your vendors, you're setting yourself up for operational breakdowns. Clear expectations and regular check-ins can prevent a lot of headaches. Reason 2, vendors can be a source of innovation. A strong relationship opens the door to collaboration, which can lead to better products, faster processes, and cost-saving strategies. Don't just think of vendors as a service, think of them as partners. Reason 3, trust is everything. Without trust, you're constantly putting out fires. With a reliable vendor relationship, you build consistency and predictability, which translates into a more efficient and effective operation. If you want to learn more about building successful vendor relationships, feel free to reach out or check out my books on Amazon for detailed insights.
Let's shift gears and talk about how AI is revolutionizing the supply chain industry. AI is no longer just a buzzword, it's a tool that can drastically improve efficiency across your entire operation. From demand forecasting to real-time inventory tracking, AI-driven tools are helping businesses make smarter, faster decisions. Imagine being able to predict potential disruptions in your supply chain before they happen. That's the power of AI. For example, AI can automate routine tasks like inventory replenishment, freeing up your team to focus on strategic decision-making. It's all about using data and technology to optimize processes that used to rely heavily on manual input. If you're not leveraging AI in your supply chain yet, you're already behind the curve. Reach out to learn more about how you can integrate AI into your operations or check out my books where I discuss how this technology is shaping the future of supply chains.
Let's talk about handling a supply chain crisis and the top trends you need to watch in 2024. First, dealing with a supply chain crisis. When a disruption hits, whether it's a natural disaster, a pandemic, or even a vendor issue, the key is to have a proactive, rather than reactive, strategy. You need real-time visibility into your supply chain and strong vendor relationships to navigate the unexpected. The companies that handle crises best are the ones who prepared for them in advance. Create contingency plans, diversify your suppliers, and ensure you have the data to make informed decisions quickly. Now, let's look forward to 2024 and the trends that will shape the future of supply chains. Automation and AI are at the top of the list, helping businesses streamline operations and make data-driven decisions faster than ever. Sustainability is also becoming a major factor. Customers and regulators alike are pushing for greener, more ethical supply chain practices. Lastly, supply chain resilience is crucial. Businesses need to be agile and ready to adapt to any disruptions that may come. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, reach out to me or check out my 6 books on Amazon where I cover these topics in detail.
Now, let me share a quick story about how I saved a business $5 million through supply chain optimization, and then we'll dive into the secret to effective vendor negotiations. I was working with a company that was struggling with high operational costs due to inefficient vendor relationships and poor inventory management. The first thing I did was analyze their current processes and find where they were losing the most money. Turns out they were overstocking on certain products and had multiple vendors that weren't delivering on time. By consolidating their vendors, renegotiating contracts for better terms, and implementing real-time data tracking, we reduced unnecessary inventory by 20% and cut costs by over $5 million annually. It wasn't about making drastic changes overnight, but finding the key inefficiencies and fixing them one step at a time. Now, let's talk about the secret to effective vendor negotiations. The number one rule: always go into negotiations with data. When you have the numbers to back up your position, you're already in a stronger bargaining position. Whether it's delivery times, pricing, or service levels, knowing where your vendors stand and what your business needs is crucial. I also focus on building long-term partnerships instead of just transactional relationships. That means looking for win-win outcomes where both parties benefit, which leads to better service and more flexibility down the line. You need to think beyond price and consider value. What's the vendor offering you in terms of innovation, support, and reliability? These strategies have worked time and time again, whether I was managing supply chains for Fortune 500 companies or consulting with smaller businesses. Want to dive deeper into vendor management and supply chain optimization? Reach out to me or check out my 6 books on Amazon for detailed strategies and case studies.